It's a blustery mid-October day here at the homestead, and we are going to build a soil screen. And it's desperately needed in order to screen the rocks and roots out of soil for our new garden expansion. So I will run you over this design now. So this is incredibly simple. I wish I had started filming before I got started, but this is only about an hour in. And you can see here that this is 8 foot 4x4. That's an 8 foot 4x4. And this is a 60-inch support. And it's just a very, very simple shape. You could cut these tails off, but I want to leave them for now. And it's just a very simple arch. This is a straight 45-degree angle, so there's no complicated cuts. It's my belief that with this 3/4 inch EMT, it's so smooth and round, a 45-degree angle, which might be a little bit on the flat side for a soil screen, will work fine. This is incredibly simple. Don't actually have expectations of this lasting forever. So just using some large structural timber screws. Got this 45 in here. We contemplated some more supports, but I don't think we need it. It's pretty stout as it is. It's only going to get stouter and heavier when these go on. And you can see here, the plan is to use just very inexpensive little EMT one-hole straps on these. I'm going to use the length of the bracket on the strap to create the space. And so this is not necessarily going to be a topsoil screen. This is going to be a coarse screener to pull out anything hopefully golf ball sized or larger. I don't have a good way to show you here, but basically all the ground here is just huge boulders and giant rocks. So this is going to help remove anything that you wouldn't want to hit with a shovel or with a rake while you're planting. This is not going to make topsoil. It's still going to let rocks through that are inch and a half in size, which is still kind of annoying, but it's going to get 90% of the offending stuff out of the soil. And this is just a piece of scrap plywood that was floating around, and that's going to be the shield, which lets all the boulders and roots congregate here and stay out of the clean fill, which is going to be in the back of it. And this is 84 inches inside, which is a foot wider than the tractor bucket, which will drive in here and grab the dirt and drive it away. And I'll show you why this is so important. There's going to be a new raised bed right here. And I've already put some just trashy scrapey material here that's got a lot of organics in it, but also rocks. And the whole new garden annex is this area right here. It's about 50 feet, 45 to 50 feet by 20 feet. This is going to be all new growing space, hopefully a lot of perennials for the nursery. So yeah, this whole space right here. Now granted, you could just broad fork this and start planting right in the soil, but it's very, very, very coarse and very, very clay and rocky. So we will be broad forking it, but the garden beds that are right here behind me, what we did was we broad forked the existing subsoil, which was very bad. We put about 3 to 4 inches of screened soil on top. It's not topsoil, it's just the bare ground here. There's almost no organic material. It's not really anything you want to grow in, but the goal is to build that up. And so now on our second and third year on most of these beds, we're starting to get some decent soil. And there's no rocks in the top 4 inches, which makes it a lot easier to grow food. So I'm in the old garden bed. Now you can see this is only a 1-year-old bed. There's no big rocks in it. That's about as big as this is going to make it through this screen. This is fine. I wish this wasn't here, but this is fine. And we're now going to slowly start improving this as we plant more and more things. And if I go over here, maybe show you what's under this bed. This has been under wood chips for a year and a half now. This soil is starting to actually turn into something. Starting to actually look pretty good here. And the top 4 inches does not contain any large rocks because this was screened. And this is what we screened it with. It has seen better days. These are remnant, old, beaten down shelving from the wire rack shelves you get at the big box store. But this thing got clobbered, the wood has rotted away, and it's time for a proper upgrade. Now I'm back here, it's time to finish this up. All that's got to happen now is I have to attach all of the bars to it, and I'm going to pre-cut a support 2x6 right here in the middle, which will support the middle of these on end, and it'll keep big boulders from smashing these down. All right, I just threw all of the ribs that I had on here, and I'm pretty sure I want a few more. I'm pretty sure I need 4 or 6 more of these to have the spacing I want. So I'm gonna go see if I can't rummage for some. Well, guess what? I found what will turn into 3 more pieces. So this is what I'm doing. It's pretty simple. They're not balanced, they're not attached up top at all, but I'm gonna use the bracket to provide the exact spacing. So I'm just gonna put one in, I'm gonna bump it to it and drill it, bump it to it, drill it. I'm gonna do it for the top and the bottom. So the bottoms are on, the tops are not, so it's not even or balanced yet, but you can see I really need more. I decided to opt for a tighter spacing once I got started, so I need more than I have, but I'm gonna do the best I can. Before I move on, I think I'll explain my thoughts here. So I would prefer it if this board was a little bit thinner. It's about 1 inch. I wish it was 3/4 to match this, but this lip I'm not worried about. I believe all material is going to slide really easily along this, and these EMT 3/4 inch straps, they're pretty smooth. See how they're kind of, they got this little bump on them and they're beveled. I believe this is going to catch less material than if I just put a screw through the center of this. First off, it's difficult to, without a set, to drill clean through the center of these. Secondly, that head is going to stick up. I actually think this would probably catch more than this will. So I really don't, this is so steep. I really don't think anything's going to hang here. So I'm not that worried about it. Maybe a few roots will kind of go like this and slop over, but it shouldn't really impinge upon it. And like I said before, the spacing is about 1 inch, 1.5 inches, 1.25 inches. And I was originally planning on a 2-inch spacing, but once I saw what 2-inch looked like, I decided to put it closer together because I would really like the soil to be as fine as I can get it reasonably. I'm afraid if I go any finer than this, then no matter how slow I pour the material on with the excavator, it's all just going to slide off together without having had any time for the fines to fall through. So it's a balance, right? And the total budget for this thing is going to be under $300, maybe $325 max. And so fast, cheap, decent is what I'm going for. So that's as far as I can get today. And you can see I've got everything held down, but I want to go at least 3 or 4 more on both sides. So let's say I have to buy 4 more sticks of this conduit, and then cut them in half, and then it'll get me the 4 for each side, which will bring it out to about here. And you shouldn't be pouring that close to the edge anyway. I'm going to be attempting to pour in the dead center every time. So I'm going to go over my concerns with this design. My first concern is this rugged enough? Is that piece of plywood with a 2x4 and a 2x6 supporting it, is that rugged enough to handle a bunch of boulders sitting there? 2, is the frame racked strong enough for transport? I believe that it is, but we're going to find out. Third concern is this target is not very big. I'm going to estimate that target is only, 40 inches wide. And with a big excavator, or even my tractor bucket, I have to try to drive up pretty close and then pour up high. Is the transit time going to be too short on the material that is falling on this face to get a good extraction? I don't know. to try to solve for that, I could do a little wing up here. So I pour at the very top of it. So that way the material falls for the entire surface. I'm just not really sure. And beyond that is my idea of drilling a 2x6 here and then lifting it up. Is that going to suffice? So that's it. So video done. Stay tuned to see how this works and a bunch of other goofy stuff.